Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Em, and mate, has it been a long time since I've done anything. I'm thinking even like January 2024 was the last time I did a YouTube thing. Anyway, I didn't want to stash bust. I need to stash bust. I want to smash that stash. So what I've been working on lately are like beanies and newborn sets to go to charity. And today I want to see how much of this hot pink yarn I can get through. I've got 81 grams of this. That's interesting. What I think I'll do, I'll start with the beanie and then I'll go to a cardigan. And if I have enough left over, I will do some booties. We'll call that a set, shall we? And what am I wearing? This is the Tessellate jumper by Untangling Knots, or Andy Sat, in probably a Bendigo 12 ply, I reckon. That's what this is. So let us find the instructions. I don't even know where my iPad is with the instructions on it. Great start. I'm trying to use free patterns for my stash busting to go with the free yarn. The pattern that I'm making is called Basic Beanie by Emily Baldwin. The Australian accent doesn't know what to do with that collection of letters, but I'll give it a red hot go. 4mm for 8 ply. Oh my gosh, I'm just an agent of chaos today. But that's all right, it's a Sunday. I got the house to myself. I've already done 2 loads of washing. I've got the washing, like the dishwasher on. I got stuff hanging out to dry. Cast on 70. Well, that sounds something like I can do. Man, this is a fluoro pink. Mate. Okay, 70. Sure. 1, 2, 3. Someone counting. 4, 5. Shh, I'm trying to count. That's how it usually goes, right? Or someone is like, hey, Em, how are things? How are your plants going? And you're like, 7, 8, 9, shh, 10. I'm counting. 11. And then what they do is they start saying random numbers back to you, like, that's great. How hard is counting anyway? 21, 56, 83. And you're like, 2, 4, 6. Really? You want to keep talking? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Anyway, this whole time I've not been counting. How's that for sweet, sweet irony, right? I use the long tail method to cast on, and apparently I do it in a really strange way. So I make a little loop around my thumb, I dig into it like I was knitting, and then I do a knit stitch. Apparently people don't do that. There's this like tent method that I've never heard of before. Some kind of like make a tent and then like wibbly wobbly it around and then you've got a cast on edge. That's some kind of witchcraft. Because this is just make a pretend stitch and then stitch it on. And then there you go. Okay, what do we think? I think this is 53. 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 59, 60, close, 61, 68, 69, and 70. And something to do something with at the end. All right. Knit 1, purl 1, 4. How many centimeters? Like 2.5 centimeters? Sweet. This lurid pink is not my kind of colour. It is the Four Seasons Marvel 8 ply, 100% acrylic. That is a standard run-of-the-mill spotlight yarn. You get 100 grams. I think it's only like $2, $4, something like that. I don't buy it very often, but I do actually use it for my dad's socks. He doesn't wear slippers, so I knit him 8 ply acrylic socks. I did once make him a pair of socks that were green out of a beautiful 100% wool. And Dad washes everything on like 40 degrees. It's super agitated, so they came out, you know, for a garden gnome. So any of this leftover yarn will, yeah, the pink will turn into booties if I have enough. And then if there's still leftovers, it will probably be cannibalized into a beanie for charity. Maybe like a band or a bit of contrast or just a little bit of something something. And then I can use it up out of my stash. So I've really been prioritizing in my stash busting the smaller one-off balls of yarn or the smaller quantities and nothing like a jumper, because what I've wanted to do is clear out the smaller stuff, donate it to charity. We're in winter at the moment in Australia. It's a particularly cold winter, I must say. Like, we've been sitting on this couch together in the evenings and our breath has been condensating inside, even when the heater is on. We have blankets, we have multiple layers of clothing. Yeah, hot water bottles, the whole shebang. So yeah, knitting for charity has been really enjoyable. Earlier this year, I think in maybe it was April or May, I finished 11 adult sized beanies because they put a call out for adult male sized beanies. But even though I did the adult male size, I still did some in pink and purple, you know, to mix it up. But also, sometimes women like a larger beanie, or they've got a lot of hair and they need a larger beanie. So I thought men's size will make it work. It's always nice to have a slouchier beanie, I reckon. I like it. If I wore a beanie, they tend to ruin my fringe, so I don't do it. Don't wear them often. But the charity that I'm knitting for is Kogo, Knit One, Give One, or Knit One, Gift One. And they're sort of like a charities one-stop shop. So they work with over 300 different charity partners. And it seems like the charity partners put in an order. Like, hey, we need 20 Indigenous and Torres Strait Islander coloured beanies. And then they sort of pick them off their shelves. Or, hey, we need newborn sets, which is what I'm working on. So whoever it is that need those kind of go to Kogo and sort of take them off the shelf, as it were. And I like that. All right, second round. Should be faster from here, hopefully. I'm going to keep working on this. I will check back in a little bit later and see how we're going with the progress. Aiming for 2.5. Currently at 2. Ooh. There's quite literally nothing on the line. Can she do it? Of course she can. What else has she got going on today? Just the washing. Hopefully if the rain holds out for long enough, I'll also be able to go for a bike ride. I'm not optimistic. But the birds are going gangbusters. Like, they're so loud today. So when I get to this stitch marker, in 4 stitches, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Stockinette now. Just around and around and around we go. So I'll check back in with you in a bit. No, you hang up first. No, you. Oh, no, you. Oh, okay. They did. Okay, so I'm now at like 7. Oops, I'm at 7 centimeters from the cast on edge. My bad. It's only supposed to be 6.5. Oh well, it will be a slightly bigger. That is actually an awesome representation of this crazy colour. Knit 8, knit 2 together. Okay. 8, do a decrease, knit 2 together. All right, another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, it is currently about 25 past 1. I will need to have lunch at some stage. Maybe for lunch I will have my peanut butter satay sauce, soy sauce, bit of miso, bit of honey noodles with some tofu. Call it a day. Our groceries are being delivered later on this afternoon. I have no idea actually when they're going to be delivered. Put the knitting down. For now, we feast. Oh, I'll probably have food all over my face. Lunch was great. I'm so close. I wonder where my tapestry needles are. I can hear a truck reversing up the driveway. I anticipate. They are my groceries. But I want to finish this hat. I don't have time to unpack groceries. Actually, after I finish this hat, I think I may try to go for a bike ride. It was just raining. It's so hard to tell. It's going to be freezing cold regardless. It's the last step on this beanie. Then it will all be done. And I can do a matching cardigan. It's so little and cute. Yay. Little snippety snip. That's my groceries. Fine. I'll go and unpack them. My groceries came. I quickly went for a bike ride, which is great because it started raining again. So my hair's a mess. But I don't think that matters because let's get into this cardigan. It is currently about 4:15, which means I've only just poured myself my 3 p.m. tea. That's hot. That's good. All right, here we are. We are starting with 4 rows of 40 stitches. Sure. In garter stitch. I've chosen a pattern that is seamless, top down, raglan, and the raglan increases are done just with the yarn over, and it's got a V-neck at the front, so it doesn't get all up in the face of the babes, because I don't like that, and I'm a grown adult. Yeah, we'll fix that in post. My bike ride was good. I got to my destination in one go. It was tough. There was a lot of heavy breathing. I didn't even need my bell. They could hear me coming a mile away. That's what I was doing. I have exercise-induced and cold climate-induced asthma, so exercise during winter is like very difficult for me. When I knit this cardigan before, a couple of weekends ago, I timed myself and it took me, I did it over the space of 2 days, maybe 2.5 days. And in total, the knitting time was 7 hours and 12 minutes. Damn it, acrylic. What are you stuck on, bro? Why are you being like this? I've treated you with nothing but indifference. Okay. Well, that's not gone as well as I'd anticipated. What have you been knitting lately? Have you been working on stash? Or have you been buying lovely things directly to go into projects? Or perhaps buying lovely things to sit and look at in your stash? What have you been knitting? It's winter in the southern hemisphere, so does that mean that you knit really toasty, warm, delicious wintry things? Or are you working with cotton and linen and dreaming of sunny days and comfortably warm nights? I do have a bunch of sweater quantities down there, just out of frame over there, that I should play with. But these little smaller projects for other people that I'll never meet and I'll never know, it's doing it. Setting up for the raglans. Bring in the stitch markers. Look at that. I mean, it's basically coming along. Well, I'm going to continue knitting with this. Let's see how far I go. It's now about 4:30. But I'd like to show you some of the other things that I've finished lately. I did finish this a while ago, but this is my winter shawl. It's a big cozy triangle. So over the last few days I've been knitting a blue baby set, and it's finished apart from some buttons. So this is the cardigan. It's really a petrol blue that goes with a matching beanie like the one I just made. Cute. Ends are not woven in. But also, you'll have to use your imagination, but some booties. These still need to be seamed up, but altogether, it's going to be very cute. So that's one of the sets. Still needs to be finished, obviously. Got a bit of extra work to do on that one. This is the macaron jumper. Look, since I started knitting, I've thought this jumper was adorable. And then I made it, and I never want to knit it ever again. It's a newborn size. The front is correct, the back is not. I had to do some futzing because I ran out of the light coloured yarn, so it starts again in the wrong place. But it doesn't matter, I don't think. It's still cute. I just didn't love it. It needs a button, and then that can be sent off in my charity haul. These socks are made for my dad. They are out of acrylic. They're a sort of a pine green, a Christmas green. This yarn I bought for this project. But that's okay, I had some leftovers which I've used. But before that, these I have been knitting for my dad since maybe 2021, 2022, something like that. He wanted a ribbed sock. Ribbed socks, man, I really hate knitting them. These were an absolute slog, but I just wanted to get them done. I wanted to get them off my Ravelry list of like works in progress. So they've been completed. Finally, they're finally done. I can move on with my life. So the leftover of the green from these socks for Dad became one of these cardigans. It's the same cardigan that the pink one will be. It's the same cardigan that the blue one was, but with finished buttons. So it's got lace well, it sort of looks like lace, but it's not really. It's just yarn overs. It's very cute. This yarn is 100% acrylic, but it's really soft. It's so cute. Next was some leftover yarn beanies. This was a mystery. I called it an 8-ply, but I actually think it's a 10. It had a matching black, same beanie style and size. This is the last one to show you, but the first one that I finished in this batch was some leftover pieces of some sort of Bendigo cream. Same pattern, basic beanie. This one's nice and loose and slouchy. So here's a sleeve surrounded by the raglan increases, and we're slowly getting a V. I'm going to knit a bit more of this while the rains settle in. Okay, well, this over here is what happens when you go for a bike ride and you just sort of jam a helmet on your head. You get this. That's distracting. Anyway, I have separated for the sleeves in our little cardigan. It is currently 8:25 p.m. Just keep knitting, just keep knitting, just keep knitting, 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 then you'll finish all the knitting, and then it will be finished. So this pattern is free. It's on someone's blog, and it's kind of a bit like fast and loose. It's sort of like, don't forget to make buttonholes every 10 rows. Oh, okay. Well, where do they start? Don't tell you. I just can't stop looking at it. It's so cute. Little sleeves. Okay, well, I'm going to keep knitting for the rest of tonight. It is about 8:36, 8:37. It is now like weeks later, maybe 2 or 3 weeks later. It is finished. Buttons are on. It's been folded up, strangely, so it needs a bit of work. It is an incredible pink, and it has its little matching beanie. I mean, how cute can you get? I mean, adorable. In the meantime, that I've not been talking to you about finishing this cardigan, I finished some emergency socks for a friend who's going overseas. I'm working on a commission knit for my aunt that's in this bag. This is the left side. There we go. And I've also just started to crochet. It's like a baby, not baby, maybe 6 to 12 months. It's probably bigger than that. It will be a little jackety cardigan thing. The yarn is deep stash that I got from a friend whose mother passed away. She had the mother had a huge stash. And I got this. It's sort of like a carnival parrot. It's looking really cute. It's just a granny stitch. And this is a rib joined as you go. It sort of looks like rib, but it's not stretchy like knit rib. So this is going to go to charity along with, these guys and all of the other bits and pieces that I've knit. So that's the end of this video. Stick around if you like, and when you're ready, I'll catch you when we're ready to put the zip in.